And welcome back. In this lesson we're looking at suggestibility tests for hypnosis. So these are going to test if the person is suggestible enough to go into trance. So whether they trust you enough as well. So the first suggestibility test is the dictionary and the balloon. So you say to the person, please hold both of your hands outstretched and close your eyes. Now turn your right or left, it doesn't matter, hand over and imagine as clearly as you can there is a large helium balloon tied to your hand which is palm down and an unabridged dictionary in the other hand which is palm up. And so leave them a little while and keep suggesting to them how light that balloon is, how much pressure how big it is, and how much it's pulling up on the hand that's palm down, as well as how large and heavy that dictionary is in the other hand. And then get them to open their eyes. And what you should see is that their hands have moved a little bit in accordance with the palm up one being weighed down, and the palm down one being pulled up. Okay, so for suggestibility test number 1, we have the person close their eyes and just hold both arms out in front of them, however they want. Now, we get them to turn one palm down, whether that be the left or right, it's up to you. So for this, I'll get Amy to turn the right hand down. Thank you. And in that right hand, I want you to imagine as clearly as you can that there's a large helium balloon tied to that hand, around the wrist there. Nice, big, beautiful, light helium balloon. And then, as clearly as you can, in the other hand, a big, heavy, unabridged dictionary. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes. So you can see, there's a bit of suggestibility there. Amy's imagination is able to do that and have that change. So there's suggestibility test number 1. For the second suggestibility test, we have the extended index finger. So you say to the person, please take your hands and clasp them together. Now you want them to extend their index fingers and be sure to hold them apart. Focus your attention on the 2 index fingers. Please notice that the tighter and tighter you clasp your hands together, the more your index fingers want to come together. Don't let them come together now. So what we're doing there is that last part especially, that don't let them come together, as the brain doesn't process that. And it's saying let them come together now. And most of the time people have a really, really hard time being able to hold them apart. And you can have a bit of fun with this one too, as I've experienced. If someone is holding them apart, you can say things like, I'm just putting an imaginary vice around your fingers here. I'm just going to tighten it and watch them come together. And you can have a bit of fun with this one. But the more they listen to that suggestion, the more suggestible they are. Now suggestibility test number 2, the extended index finger. With this one, we get the person to hold their hands together, but with the index fingers apart. So, and that person's focus is solely on those fingers. And so once their focus is on those fingers, you say to them, I want you to notice though, the tighter you clasp your hands together, the more those index fingers want to come together. They want to come together. Don't let them come together though. Don't let them come together now. You can have a bit more fun with this. The tighter you clasp, the more they want to come together now. But don't let them come together now. And it becomes sort of like a battle of wheels here. And you can do fun things here to increase the amount of suggestibility. Like, I'm just going to place a little clamp around your fingers here. And that clamp, I'm just going to tighten and tighten. And if you'll notice, you can see the fingers start to wobble a little bit. Thank you. And if they come together, they're completely suggestible. But I know Amy likes to fight back a little bit. So I expected her to try and keep them apart. Because that's, well, really what you're asking them to do. But you're using that hypnotic language to sneakily get in under there. But that is suggestibility test number 2. And for the third and final test, the postural sway. So you say to the person, please close your eyes and look straight up. Turn your face straight up to the ceiling. Now you're falling backwards, falling, falling, falling. I will catch you. You're falling, falling, falling. This one says most about the trust that that person has for you. Because if they do fall, then they completely trust you to catch them. So it is a good idea to make sure that that trust is there. Because if in a previous way they think that there's no chance that you're going to catch them, or you might be playing a practical joke, then that trust is gone. But if it's with someone completely new, and you've got that good rapport, you should find them being very unsteady straight away. Because subconsciously they pretty much know what's going to happen from here anyway. And so for our last suggestibility test, we've got the postural sway. So we say to the person, please close your eyes and look straight up. Turn your face straight up to the ceiling. And now you're falling backwards. Don't worry, I will catch you. But you're falling, falling, falling backwards. You'll start to notice that they will once again, Amy being determined to keep upright, is not going to fall over. But you can see there's a bit there that's starting to happen. And they have to have that trust in you. Thank you. They have to have that trust that you will actually catch them. And that's a bit of rapport and that trust. If they don't trust you, they're not going to fall. But that is suggestibility test number 3. And that brings to the end this lesson. So I will see you in the next one.